Hey, what's going on, family? It's Dr. Tartt, Christian psychologist. I work with a lot of married couples. And one of the topics I have not done a good enough job in addressing, but it comes up all the time, is guess what? Money, 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 money. Yeah, we don't talk about money enough. And we have to talk about money because it is colliding with changing times. It is colliding with gender norms which are changing. It is colliding with this idea that men are supposed to bring home all the money, or maybe there's another idea that we're supposed to split things up. I want to help you to be able to have a productive money conversation with your significant other versus arguing. How many of you would like that? How many of you would like to be able to have a productive conversation with the person whom you are dating, all right, so that you can get on the same page? And the reason that these conversations are being unproductive is that we're bringing in so much to a conversation and not developing intimacy around money. Now, you say intimacy and money. I care about my money. I care about what is done to my money. My money is close to me. I keep my money close. I keep the people that know about my money super close. If I even have people looking after that, financial planner, bankers, it's just a few. But y'all know we keep our money close because it matters. And so we talk about money on the surface instead of talking about money deeply. Like, for instance, the conversation might be, a man should be able to make all of the money so that a wife can prepare the home. Okay, but that works for some couples. But are we really getting deep about why you feel that way? Are we getting deep about how your spouse feels about that? Is that something that you feel obligated to do? Is that causing you stress? Is that a controlling situation? Is that a situation where it's just clear gender norms and I have my role and you have your role? Does that depend upon if I'm doing well? What if I'm not doing well? Do you go back into the workforce and work since out? And it could just be a mess. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you 4 questions. This is according to Money Magazine, because anytime I come to you, I try to come to you with things that actually work. There's a lot of mess out here, and I don't want to contribute to the mess. I want to contribute to the substance. Can the church say amen? I want to give you 4 questions to talk to your spouse about. Write these down. 4 things to talk to your spouse about when it comes to money so that you all can get deep and get to the heart of the matter and figure out what you're going to do to be able to build wealth. Number 1, what are the 3 most important lessons you learned growing up about money? What are the 3 most important money lessons you learned? I can't wait to do this with my own wife. You learned growing up about money. That's gonna be interesting. Number 2, I'm gonna answer one of those. One of us always have some. I never saw my parents without money. I am blessed. But my parents are also extremely frugal and wise and plan, and they're not extravagant. And they have a plan and they budget down to a T. But I remember one thing: you always have to have money. All right, number 2, what are your 3 biggest money worries? Now, this is going to untap a lot of deep stuff for you all, because a lot of times we're arguing and we never really get to the worry, really never get to the anxiety. So let's talk about the 3 biggest money worries. And I'll go first because I think it's always good for a black man to be transparent to you all. Probably my biggest worry around money is not being able to do for my wife and kids, not being able to put them in a situation that they need. So whether it's school, whether it is the type of university or college they want to go to, whether it is my wife wants to take a couple of weeks off or a month or a season off of work because she's stressed and health is not good, I want to be able to do that, and not having enough money. That's my biggest worry, not being able to do something that my family really needs, putting my parents, when and if the time arises, in the best quality senior living care. That's it. Y'all, this is not my therapy session, but anyway. Number 3, I'll be transparent. What are your 3 biggest money goals? Now, this is something that I actually have to invite couples who I do premarital counseling with and even marital counseling with, is that you talk a lot about issues, you talk a lot about problems and worries, but what about your goals? What about your goals? One of my money goals is to be able to generate enough revenue as a psychologist, doing it a different way, to be able to then go back and teach it to clinical social workers and counselors and psychologists and psychiatrists about how to be able to sell mental wellness in a different way, so that you can take time off work, so that you don't have to constantly be face-to-face with clients or direct service or whatever it is you do, because we deserve a break because we have a heavy load, and give us an opportunity to make mental wellness and health nation and worldwide for people who will never have access to us. All right, and then number 4, what are the 3 most important ways that you want to use money to create legacy? Oh man, that's a big one. All right, so now we're talking about wealth. Lamar Tyler will be proud of me. You know, Lamar Tyler and his wife, Ronnie Tyler, run Traffic Sales and Profit, which produces, I think, like 47 millionaires in the last year at the time this video was recorded. So he'd be proud of me talking about wealth and not riches, and having a legacy conversation for all couples. So couples, send this to your significant other. Send this to your baby, your boo, your rock, your man, your bae, whatever, your queen, your king. And let's have a deep conversation about it. I don't want you to judge. I don't want you to give your opinion. I want you to listen as if you were Oprah. I want you to listen as if you were Dr. Tartt. Try to get to the heart of the matter. Why is that a fear? Why is that a goal? Why do you want to build legacy that way? Why is that? Well, what do you think about what your mom said? I remember joking with Mecca. She said that her grandma said, always hold something to the side. Never share everything with your husband in case there's a rainy day you want to have some money on the side. And we unearthed that, and I said, hold up, are you doing that? Well, maybe I should do that too. How was that okay? I love grandma, but I totally disagree with that philosophy for us. Now, what your grandma was going through, different dynamics for us, let's talk about it. Let's talk about what you're free to do with your money, our money, my money. And let's talk about emergency, what we do and what you need to feel safe and secure if something were to happen. And let's talk about, no matter how mad I might be with you, about how I believe in taking care of my family, regardless. So it was a fruitful conversation, y'all. And Sister Girl will not be putting said money in a coffee jar or whatever she was doing in case something goes wrong. Y'all know how we do as Black folks, and people in general. So I love y'all. Answer those 4 questions. See if you can have 15, 20, 30-minute deep conversation and just get your partner. Understand them. Understand why money is important to them, and then you can start to negotiate, and then you can figure out what your gender roles, what your roles are as a couple, right? Does it depend on who's up or who's down? Am I going for it? Am I investing so that you can go for it? Are you investing so I can go for it? Are we in it together? Or do we need to have a conversation? Woo, yeah. So let's get deep first. Let's get connected, and then we can have a tough conversation about how we all build wealth. Take care, and God bless.